A lot of snow on the ground already in Waterbury, Hartford, New Haven, and New London. But some good news as we look at the radar, the end is in sight.
Yeah, that's right. The governor is expected to give an update on the storm any minute. New Haven Mayor Justin Elliker will hold a news conference that's expected to happen at 11 o'clock this morning. And as a reminder, Waterbury City Hall, Cheshire Town Hall, and Madison Town offices are closed today.
All right, we have live team coverage. Crews spread out across the state from New Haven to Hartford, Waterbury to Torrington. We'll get to them in a few minutes, but we start right here in the studio with Chief Meteorologist Gill Simmons this morning. Gill, this is your big day. You love the snow.
It is, and Lise, welcome this morning.
Thank you. Great to be here with you guys. You've been doing a great job.
Thank you. Everybody has, except Mother Nature. Mother Nature's being cruel to us with the wind out there and the fact that the wind chill is getting lower and lower in some places. 9 is what it feels like in Stratford now. Talk about the radar. Yes, as they were saying, it is beginning to fizzle now. This is great news for your cleanup plan. See how the blue is disappearing through these areas from Madison to New Haven to Milford, and then even around Bristol, Southington, around the Torrington area, a couple of flurries, but you go north of there, even Winstead, not much going on. Heaviest in the state is eastern Connecticut. Still a few bands in New York that may come through. As you can see this one here, when you go 84 over into New York State, even 684, you can see how there is some snow still happening. So some of that may come through at times, even though some of you have checked in seeing some sun visible. A few more flurries may roll through. Not too much, though. Around Meriden and also North Haven and Cheshire, there's not too much going on. Some flurries in Wolcott and Waterbury, but the heaviest is in eastern Connecticut. And there you can see some of those Torrington flurries as well. Here's the bigger view. Now take a look. As the radar goes, see how the blue is disappearing? Right in here, that is a sign of the whole system weakening. The actual circulation with that center right over there, bottom right-hand side of your screen, and Scranton to Allentown, nothing going on. So that's the drier air that will eventually chase this thing out of here. But the wind chill is ridiculous. So if you are going to go out, even at noon today, at 1 o'clock, the wind chill is not going to be much warmer than how these numbers look now. It does look pretty rough. We're looking at that sustained wind and wind gusts going and continuing right through the afternoon. So Meriden, it feels like 9, Waterbury 5. Look at southeastern Connecticut. You had a lot of sleet mixing in, but 6 is the current wind chill. Willimantic 7 and 9 in Bridgeport. So plan on a very rough feel outside, but scenes like this where it's still actually snowing, well, all of that's going to be moving out. So I'm going to be back, and Ashley will be back as well. We'll talk about how much snow we've picked up already, and of course an extended forecast that actually has 50 degrees in it. What? All right. Hey, Ash, you know what I'm talking about. Right around Christmas time, Santa bringing a gift for some people.
I know, and he might have the flamingos pulling the sleigh this time if it's that mild. All right, so let's talk about visibility. Visibility is improving in some spots out there. It's still not great, but visibility is right around 2 miles in Danbury, Waterbury, but it's still only around 1/4 of a mile from Hartford to Chester, also into New Haven. But even some slight improvements is some good news. But look at temperatures, yes, only in the 20s across the state. And as I've been mentioning all morning, the colder the temperatures are, the lighter and the fluffier that snow is, so it can start to pile up very quickly. When you have temperatures closer to the freezing mark, right around 31, 32, even 33, that's when you get the heavy, wet, slushy snow. Just be glad you're not dealing with that because you'd break your back trying to shovel it. Now, looking at wind speeds, winds are coming out of the north, ranging anywhere between 13 up to 37 miles per hour in New Haven. So the winds are really whipping closer to the shoreline. But again, those are sustained wind speeds. Those are not gusts. Look at this, Gill. Now we have gusts up to 48 miles per hour in New Haven, 44 in Bridgeport, 38 New London, 36 Waterbury. So, you know, one spot that's remained consistent is New Haven. The gusts have been very high here, continuing to blow that snow around, moves it back onto the roads, back onto the sidewalks, back onto the driveways. So you go out there and you try and clear everything, and Mother Nature just makes your job much more difficult. Now, of course, as Gill and I were mentioning, the wind chills are only in the single digits. So if you are going to go outside and try and remove some of this snow, Make sure that you are wearing several layers and that you do have minimally exposed skin. You really need to take breaks in this weather. You know, don't try and clear a long driveway all at once. Take a few breaks while doing so. And looking at some of the snowfall totals so far, we've picked up right around 16.5 inches in New Milford. About 14 has fallen in Burlington and also in Torrington. About 1.5 feet in East Heartland, 11.5 in Sherman, 11 inches in Waterbury, also at Bradley International, just over 10 inches in Essex. And so far, we've had reports of 10 inches in Prospect and also in Wallingford. So yes, there have been some pretty decent totals out there. Thank you to everybody that has sent in snowfall totals so far, any pictures or any videos. We would still love to see them, only if it's safe to do so, though I don't want you spending a lot of time outdoors trying to take videos and pictures. But you can always post them to Facebook or Twitter, and you can always email us at report@WTNH.com. So keep them coming, folks.